Hey guys, Dr. Morse, injury experts. So we've been waiting for Jonathan Brooks to return from his ACL reconstruction for most of the season. A lot of people reached for him early in rookie drafts and kind of picked him in the mid rounds in redrafts. He was a stud coming out of college. Unfortunately, he tore his right ACL back in November of 2023. He had ACL reconstruction and he was rehabbing. He was considered the top running back in the 2024 class and drafted as so. And then as this regular season started, we didn't know if it was going to be a month, if it was going to be 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Come to find out, he didn't really debut until I think it was week 10 or 11. So that gave me a little bit of concern and for pause because I'm like, why are they waiting so long to activate him? This is a 21-year-old elite athlete. Yes, he's coming off of an ACL reconstruction, but it had been 10, 11, almost 12 months before he, after his rehab, after the ACL. So it's like, why aren't they activating him? So they gave him a little bit of volume, and then the weird thing to me was Chuba Hubbard, he ends up getting a massive extension after they just reached for Brooks in the earlier rounds of the draft. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe they want to do kind of a split backfield like that Detroit does. Okay, whatever. But it just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me why they give that much money to someone they just invested a lot of capital in. So then, the third game into his playing career, he makes a simple standard cut, and we see his right knee, same one that he reconstructed last year, give out, just completely give out, and you kind of see the knee collapse immediately, and if he was hit, okay, maybe that's an MCL sprain, but he wasn't hit. 75% of the time, an ACL tears non-contact. So what does the data show for an ACL reconstruction at 1 year up to 5 years out for re-tear? Now, same side, which is what he did, was only about 5 to 7%. Not very high. And that's at 5 years mark, not at the first year, at 5 years. And the ipsilateral side, or that's the ipsilateral side. The opposite side is a little bit higher, anywhere between 10 to 15%, depending on which study you look at. So the question I have is, was this knee never not right? This kind of reminds me of the Odell Beckham Jr. situation when he was with the Rams. When he felt, yes, this knee is already compromised, but I'm just going to try to play through it. And that's when he fully tore it in the Super Bowl several years ago. Now, I don't know if they're ever going to say, yes, we had concerns about his knee, but we just see if he could push through. Nonetheless, he unfortunately tore that graft again. So now he has to go back in for a second time and reconstruct it again, depending on how much additional damage. Does he have any MCL injury? Does he have any more medial meniscal? Does he have any cartilage injury? What else besides the ACL is torn? So not only that, but now you have still pretty much a rookie, because he's only had, 20 or 30 touches total, maybe at the most, in his second year coming off his back-to-back ACL reconstruction. There's not a lot of guys in the NFL, especially running backs, that applies to. It just doesn't happen that often. Tajay Spears has had multiple ACLs. Zamir White has had multiple ACLs. I'm trying to think of a couple others, and they're not coming to mind. Several guys have had one ACL, but rarely do you have one that has multiple on the same knee and then continue to succeed at a high level, at least at the running back position. So, unfortunate situation. I'll be interested to see if they ever release any information saying, yeah, we were concerned about that knee beforehand. Maybe the graft didn't take. Maybe he had some lateral hip weakness that allowed too much stress on that medial side of the knee, and it just ended up giving out. Regardless of it, it's just an unfortunate situation heading into now his second season, and I don't know when he's going to realistically come back. Is it probably going to be November again? Are they going to hold him out his entire second season? I don't think he's going to be realistically ready to rock in week one unless everything goes perfect. And even then, can you really trust him? He's probably going to be a super late round fantasy pick because he's just got a lot of risk there. Nonetheless, unfortunate situation. Hopefully, this gave you a little bit more information. That's Jonathan Brooks for the Carolina Panthers. If you like this type of content, do me a favor, smash a thumbs up and subscribe, and check out some of the other content on the Injury Experts YouTube and TikTok.